Greetings, Space Engineers. This is Captain Rick Havoc with the Terran Republic Navy, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I am coming to you today from the Research and Development Station of the Terran Republic Shipyard to bring you a combat test and review of the ship in front of us. The ship is the DSE Broadsword Class Destroyer by Rexkraft. And if you've seen my recent review of the DSE Mamba class light cruiser, you'll immediately recognize the resemblance. Designed by the same designer and very similar designs. There are some differences though. Didn't put as many artillery turrets on this one, and actually his worst omission was the fact that all the point defense he put on the ship were these 4 interior turrets that are all the way on the back of the ship and just can do nothing to protect the nose. And if you have a ship that's set up like this one for fire, keeping the nose pointed at the enemy and firing your weapons along that axis, you gotta have good point defense on the nose. So I added some. And I added some good point defense turrets. The Eric's Atlas 40 millimeter defense gat, point defense gat. And they mow down the missiles like nobody's business. So, also added a nuclear missile launcher for finishing off our opponent more quickly. When we do the combat test. Let's see. And just like on his Mamba class light cruiser, he put these kinetic fragmentation missiles, or torpedoes, he calls them torpedoes, on the bottom of the ship, but there is no button set up on any of the toolbars for launching them, and there is no instructions on the workshop page in the description on how to set these missiles up, torpedoes, whatever you want to call them. That's another major omission on his part. So, and it's got both hydrogen and ion thrusters to give it good acceleration. And it's got connectors up here on the back for parasite ships. Let's see, where else is there a connector? There's one on the bottom. Right here. They didn't put any on the sides, though. And let me see. I don't think he put one on the rear. Or did he? No, he didn't put one on the rear, it seems like. No, you're pretty much your bottom connector is your only connector for connecting it up to a station. But that's all you really need. And that is the outside of the ship. And also, just like in his Mamba class light cruiser, he put a minimum of space for crew accommodation and ship control. So here's the upper control seat and control area. And it's got a control seat, and it's got a desk, and it's got a armory locker and vending machine. So you can use this ship with reality mod like daily need survival kit. And down here in the lower control space, it's even got less space down here than in the Mamba. It's got a survival kit here, sunken cockpit, sunken bridge cockpit for controlling in combat. It's got a cryo chamber and got a little galley stove here, but although there is a toilet, there's no bed. At least he put a bed in the Mamba, and he also did not put any way to access the engineering space like in the Mamba. So let's have a look at the internals here and toolbars. I've got this toolbar set up for activating weapons, and he put the jump drive on here, and 2 merge blocks. He's custom turret controller. And here we have our toolbar for activating other weapons and thrusters, and our hydrogen engines. And this is set this toolbar up for actually aiming and firing the axial weapons, including the controls for the gyros to reduce power on them for the purpose of aiming the axial weapons. And I've set up the artillery turrets and the railgun turret to cycle subsystems, so you can use them to knock out, say, your enemy's offensive weapons. And so that's the toolbars. And here's the internals. Okay, so we've got 5 artillery turrets, only 1 assembler and 1 refinery on this ship, where the Mamba has 2 of each. Mamba has a lot more artillery turrets also. Also has more gyroscopes. This one only has 7 gyroscopes. Got the AI automatons AI blocks for controlling the ship automatic, by AI instead of controlling it yourself if you want. see, we've got the two hydrogen engines and 3 hydrogen tanks. So the hydrogen capacity is less. A couple of magnetic plates. It's got a large cargo container. And got the Atlas point defense and the nuclear missile launcher I added to it. And it's got 8 H2O2 generators, ore detector, projector, 7 rail guns, plus 4 on the custom turret. And like I said, only a single assembler and refinery, so there is production on the ship, but it's not as, the production, with only 1 refinery and one assembler, you're not going to be able to do as much as you can with 2 of each. All right, and let's see, that's pretty much it for internals. So that's the tour of the ship outside and inside. Decent ship, but not quite what the Mamba is. But in any case, let me take this opportunity to remind you that if you are enjoying this content, would like to see more of it, please remember those buttons down below in the description, the like and the subscribe and the notification bell. And if you'll smash those for me, you'll help me grow this channel and help me continue to bring you combat tests and reviews of ships from the Steam Workshop. And I will return when I have this ship out on the test range and have set up an adversary to test it against. So until then, I hope you all have a good day.